Hey, what up, y'all? Y'all ready to slide through the TikTok? Let's get it.
Oh, we've got their ass. We've got their ass now. So, if the sun is 1,000,000 miles away and the moon is also 1,000,000 miles away, then why is it that you can see the clouds in front and behind the sun and the moon? Now, I know this might be hard for some of you to believe, and some of you still don't understand. So we gotta show you in real time of what it looks like. That right there is the moon at daytime. That's somebody in a plane. Oh, we got them now. There is no mistaking that the moon and the sun is not 1,000,000 miles away.
See, the sun and the moon circles the earth. The earth don't circle shit. Not to saying that the earth don't move, but the sun and the moon circles the earth. It never sets, it just keeps going around. You know what I mean? Let's see what other goodies we got on here.
They about to kick some shit. Ain't in the building, y'all. 12 is in the building. They about to kick somebody's shit. They about to kick somebody's shit. Flush that shit. 12 is in the building. Flush that shit, y'all. Oh, he look like his name Rodriguez. Get the fuck out of the building. Oh, they about to kick some shit. Ain't in the building, y'all.
Hey, he said, buddy look like his name Rodriguez. Hey, shout out to Jay Fresher on TikTok, man. He be remixing a lot of videos. Let's see what else we got going on.
All this guns and money moving like an armored truck. The way we move make the feds wanna fuck with us. To fuck with us for your life, you gon' be stuck with us. It's the reason lame niggas never fuck with us. Niggas my suit, I can't hit me, but I won't die. The mama beneath me.
People who expose the truth.
One of the most amazing things that I had ever seen at the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planets in the Gulf of Mexico. I noticed there's something out in the distance. Couldn't tell exactly what, but it looked like a dark band. And as we approached it, the dark band became a donut. I saw this donut. It was black in the center. What the heck is that? And so as we get closer and closer to it, I noticed that the black band had what appeared to be kind of water lapping against the shoreline. This band was a ring of mussels. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. And we went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down in it. We literally bounced off, and as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back to the shoreline. It was insane.
I was just about to say that guy died. Right after that, he died. I never knew it was an accident, but yeah, a lot of people say that the government off that man, you know. Let's see what else we got going on. almost look fake. I'm not saying that it is fake, but it looked like it was a lot going on there. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot going on there. Let's see what else we got.
That's another shit that cracked me up. White people say they don't believe in aliens till you ask them who built the pyramids. Aliens? Then ask them any other time. There's no such thing as aliens, crazy nigger. They just don't want to believe a black man designed something that they can't fuck with to this day. You understand me? Motherfucker, you know how we built the pyramids? You ever play in the sandbox? You gotta ask a simple question. Just always flip the script. What if up is down and down is up? What if you look down into space standing up on Earth? This is how we built the pyramids. You play in the sandbox. It's easy to move a mountain of sand into position. Once you wet sand, it holds its form like concrete. You put the first brick at the apex of this motherfucker, all right? You move sand out of this corner and that corner and place bricks there on both sides all the way to the top. Now you let the sand dry out and drop that brick right through that bitch. Sand under pressure when it's dry moves like fluid. That's why you always find viaducts in all of the motherfucking pyramids, so the sand can shoot the fuck out the bitch. Now you have a holocosm. And it's built into the ground in the same specs. It's not really a pyramid, it's a diamond. It is now topped off by quartz, and at the bottom is topped off by quartz. When moonlight comes through, it refracts off of the quartz in the bottom, the first refracting laser, illuminating the night sky, which is why they called Pharaoh God, because he could turn night into day. Thus the all-seeing eye on your dollar bill above the pyramid. Because the only part of the human body made out of quartz is a human eye. When it dries out, it's small granules of quartz. That's why light transfers through it. Holla at your boy.
You know, I ain't gonna hold you. Eddie Griffin is probably my favorite comedian. He's one of my favorite comedians of all time. I ain't gonna sit here. That's one of my favorite. He might be my favorite one. It's hard for me. But he's been consistently one of my favorite. I'll watch his special over anybody's special any day.
Yo, we used to be supernatural beings. It's the reason they cover up our history, don't want us near these pyramids, closing out certain shit. I have proof. And while I was at this certain place, I felt all of the energy and the energy connections. Watch this video. I didn't notice this
unlearn and relearn
until later.
You understand what I'm saying? Best thing in life to know is...
Watch what I say.
Man, this energy is so strong. Wow.
Let's get into these videos. Cahokia Mounds, one of the largest pyramids that are right here in the United States, actually bigger than the Giza pyramids. And why they're so powerful. Now, let me give you this backstory. This area is the mirror of the cosmos. Seen from high above, the Cahokia landscape had mythic dimensions. Mythic dimensions. The idea reverberates with expressive power. Stay with me now. As you can see, this is the symbol that is connected to that sign. Well, actually, that is not the real symbol. Everything that is ours, they always chop off our nose and recreate. For example, this is the correct nose. They chop off everything of ours and recreate it to make it seem like it's not our history. We are the aboriginals of the whole universe. After the destruction of the original ancient pyramids, our ancestors was on the verge to build new pyramids in order to gain back our power, which is nowadays they will call the mounds. Y'all remember this?
We were in the process of rebuilding the pyramids. You see what I'm saying? To form that energetic connection, to communicate and you know, access certain weaponry that could help us in this war. Let me click on Cahokia. Cahokia was in Middle Mississippi. All right.
We always Mississippi.
See it? The Cahokia Mounds. Now check it out. The biggest one It was many of them, but the biggest, that's what they call them, the Cahokia Mounds in St. Clair County, Collinsville, Illinois. Now, what you got to understand, these are very powerful, energetic points because they was the Mississippians. We was in the process of trying to rebuild our ancient pyramids. That's why the mounds look like that. But some of them, if you look it up, they talked about how they were bigger than the pyramids of Giza. All right, you know what I'm saying? They'll tell you that much. They just not gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? What was really going on with these mounds?
Power. Now, before we get into this video of the proof, because I was just there at the Cahokia Mountains, I just want to say this. Before we used to worship anything that they gave us, we used to worship the sun. And that is the highest source of energy. And that's the reason why these pyramids was built so high to get close to the energy, to the source. But they won't tell you this. They're going to keep that a secret because it's actually power dealing with these mounds and pyramids. Now let's get into this video. Every pyramid has energy connections. Now watch this.
You see this? They gonna portray us to be these people. Look how my shit glitching. They portraying us.
Before we get into this next video of high energy connections, let's just break down the meaning of this symbol. It is thought that the spider symbolized weaving, fertility, the center of the earth, balance, and harmony. Archaeologists believe that the cross on the reverse side is a symbol of fire, the sun, and the center of the earth, or possibly the four directions, north, south, east, and west. We used to live closer to the sun and live in huts. It wasn't no hot machines to control the weather and shit like that. And that's the reason why we was able to live in these huts. Instead of the houses that built nowadays that's blocking out a lot of energy that we could have been absorbing, we used to stay in these huts closer to the sun, absorbing energy. Let me give you a backstory of this symbol. The snakes in Monville pieces have been identified as tie snakes, honored serpents that play an important part in the oral history of tribes from the Great Lakes to the southeastern woodlands. These great serpents were powerful beings. Powerful. Now I'm going to get back to some more powerful shit what they saying. Underworld, who were in constant battle with forces of the upper world, usually represented by the Thunderers, Falcon Mans. These were powerful symbols. They actually hold power. Back to the spider with the circle in the middle. All these gargants hold power. Now listen to this. The gargot represents a cosmic map. The incised design shows above, middle, and below rims. Now, when y'all see hands with the eyes and stuff up on, yes, this is one of this called the engraved shell pendant. This image shows the hand and eye Malta that is associated with the night sky and the entrance to the afterlife. This might have been worn by a medicine leader to signify their position in the community and reinforce their power. Power. So all of the symbols that I'm showing in this video, they're actually symbols of power. And there's a lot of people around the world who dug stuff up way back in the day, and they do rituals against us with these powers. They got this shit in their crib. Now, hold up. Follow with me now, right here. Gargants are symbols of rank and prestige. Each carry supernatural powers benefiting the wearer. Most gargants in the Mississippi period were made from the shell of the lightning whelp. Sometimes they were carved from the shell of an already incised medicine cup. Back to the medicine. Hey man, like and share for part 2, man. I'm running out of time.
Yeah, man. The boy on point. Go back and watch that.
They tell you we got satellites in the sky, right? Like they tell you the Earth is round, and they tell you that we all one human race, right? They tell you that too, okay? It's a lot of shit they tell you. They've told you to maintain control over your perspective. They told you that the trees they fucking cut down are mountains. That's a perspective grabber right there, nigga. Because had they told you as a child, like, it was all you had giant trees, but they got cut down. They could have just told you that. Hey, it was giant trees at one time and they all got cut down. So now when you ride and you see them giant tree stumps, you like, oh, them tree stumps. But your perspective is different about the whole fucking life you live. Like, you were like, hold on, it was trees that fucking big? And who the fuck cut them down if they was that big? And what did they use? Your mind runs off with so many questions. So to control your perspective, the mountains, and they come from rock formations in earth. That's a whole different perspective. And then the bushes, the little bushes on your planet, like them trees, them actually trees. So now you like them mountains that never don't exist, and you looking at the bushes of the planet, and you like, oh, them trees. That's big. That's huge. That's huge. So many questions ain't asked. So it's the same thing with the satellites. You got satellites in the sky. So now they can show you any fucking thing and call it what? Satellite imagery. Satellite caught this. We caught this on radar. Now they controlling the cosmos. Alright? You think they're gonna show you what the fuck is going on? No! Cause your perspective changes. And when some shit did come in, they titled it UFO. Unidentified flying object. Like they ain't know what the fuck was going on. For a majority of your life, that shit was non-existent and it wasn't real. They was acting just as confused as you. We don't know. We don't know. Unidentified flying objects. And they want to roll out all these little goofy ass stories over the years. Think about how many series they got off on that though. All them UFO series they used to come out with as a kid, where they had so many different ones, acting like they don't know some shit. Whole time, nigga, y'all know what the fuck going on around here. Played us though. Didn't they though? Played us. Right? So, you don't think they still doing that with everything else? With what they can get away with? Yes! Nigga, they still doing it.
Man, you gotta think, you gotta look at it, man. They change your perception. That's a big thing. Telling you that mountains were rock formed by the earth. And when you look at your eyes, you look at the mountain, it looks like a tree stump, like a tree been cut off. You know what I mean? They tell you space in the sky, not in the ocean. It's a whole different perspective of life, a whole different reality. I gotta get up out of here though, man. I enjoyed y'all. Hey, come back. We're gonna do this again.